Hello besties, my name is Taiwo and you're welcome back to my channel today, Easy Sewing with Tyke. On the channel today is a detailed tutorial on how to make a firm ANKARA applique or patches. Now if today is the first time you're coming across this channel, it's so good to have you here. You're welcome. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you for always watching. Thank you for always sharing, liking, commenting. Thank you so much. I did not take it for granted, okay? I appreciate you all. Now if you are here to subscribe, please do so, okay? Please do so. Like this video, share it as well, and don't forget to put on the notification bell to get notified when I post new videos. Thank you. Now let's get started. So in today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful and firm Ankara applique that you can see me hold on the table. Like I said earlier, now those ones are ready, but this one is almost ready. I just need to cut off the lining. So I'll be cutting out one more. We'll be cutting out one more together to show you the process of how I was able to achieve this. So for the purpose of today's class, you'll be needing the fabric from which you'll be cutting out the pattern. Then you'll be needing the art stay or collar stay or peplum stay. Then you'll be needing the lining. Now this lining is optional. It is optional, okay? So if the way you are going to place your applique or attach your applique is the type that, oh, it would not show the back, then this lining is not necessary. You don't need it. But if the way you are attaching your applique, if it is that way that it you have to expose the back of the Ankara, then you need the lining, because you don't want the asti or the collar stay to be showing at the back. You need to cover it up with the lining, okay? Now let's get started. I've plugged in my soldering iron, and when it is hot, I started using it to trace out the desired pattern that I want from the fabric. So what this soldering iron does is that as it is cutting the pattern, it is also making sure that the edges does not fray. It is sealing off the edges. It is actually sealing off the edges. So if you do not have a soldering iron, you can go ahead and cut this off using your scissors, but then you have to use a lighter to burn off the edges. All in all, what we want is just for the edges to be secured. You don't want that edges fraying. So if you are cutting with your scissors, then you have to burn off the edges neatly with your lighter. So before I got soldering iron, like the picture you can see on your screen right now, I actually used my scissors to cut it, and I used the lighter to burn off the edges. But for today's tutorial, I'll be making use of the soldering iron. So I'll just continue tracing out the pattern that way, and I'll cut it out. So you have to be careful, because this soldering iron is really hot. You have to be careful when using it to make sure that it does not burn your hands, okay? So you just want to take your time, keep tracing it out, and yeah, that's just what I will do till I'm done tracing out all the pattern, till I'm done tracing out this particular pattern. So another thing to note is that I don't use my soldering iron directly on my cutting table in order to protect the surface. You might want to use a piece of wood like this, so that any dent made by the soldering iron will not be made on your cutting table. Next thing to do is to iron the art stay or the peplum stay or the collar stay onto the wrong side of the Ankara applique that way. So you want to add the shining part of the stay on the wrong side of the Ankara applique and iron it. So if you are not making use of a steam iron, you want to add water to it, because that way it will adhere together properly. You want it to adhere together. You don't want it to be removing afterwards, okay? So just iron it properly. Also go ahead and place another piece of fabric on the right side this way and iron it again, okay? You just want to make sure that they both adhere together. The next thing to do is to equally trace out the asti with the soldering iron, okay? So now this process is very fast. The soldering iron melts this asti like super fast. It is faster than when we were cutting out the Ankara fabric. I guess it's because of the components of the asti. So this is what you would have when you are done. So now, like I said earlier, if you are attaching your applique, the whole part of your applique onto your outfit, and the back is not going to show, then this is as good as being ready. You can go ahead and add this onto your outfit. But if the back would show, then you might want to proceed to the next stage. Okay, for this stage now, we're making use of the M gum. So you just want to cut it into pieces like that, focusing on the edge. Make sure that the M gum goes round the edge before you even fill in the center. You don't have to completely fill in the center. Just make sure that the edges is properly covered. Afterwards, you place your lining on it this way, and you go ahead and iron it. After ironing, again, just go ahead and use the soldering iron to trim off the lining. Now again, this process is very fast. So now quickly, I'll go ahead and use the soldering iron to trim off the lining of the ones that I showed you earlier when we started this video. So afterwards, you can just use the soldering iron to adjust any irregularity, like any part you might have missed. Now voila, the firm Ankara applique is ready. It is ready to be attached onto the outfit. So I'm just trying out to see how I'm going to place it and all of that. And that will be all for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that you gained value from it. I hope that you learned one or two things. If your answer to all of this is yes, then please like this video, share it, leave a comment for me, engage, let me know what you think, okay? And you can also connect with me on my Instagram page at tyke_tyke. And if you're yet to subscribe, please do not leave without doing so. Thank you, and see you in my next video. So because of the purpose of this outfit, I decided to make it detachable. So I attached a press button. So I used a black press button so it is not even visible, okay? So, and that is it.